Hey guys, welcome back. Or if you're new here, welcome. My name is Lumi. And today I wanted to look at what the heck is going on between Elon Musk and Donald Trump. I don't know too much about it just yet. All I know is that Elon is really upset at Trump's new bill and started tweeting some pretty crazy things. Basically, old rumors about the president that have made rounds on the internet before but are now back in full force. But before we take a closer look at all of this, if you enjoy this kind of content, please consider hitting the like button. It would really mean a lot to me.
Donald Trump and Elon Musk are fighting. First, Elon said Trump would have lost the election without his interference. Then, Elon said, time to drop the really big bomb. Donald Trump is in the Epstein files. That is the real reason they have not been made public. Then, Elon called for Trump's impeachment. This comes after Elon left the White House, criticizing Trump's big beautiful bill, claiming this massive, outrageous, pork-filled congressional spending bill is a disgusting abomination.
I mean, are we even surprised that we've reached this point? Not even like, what? How long has it been since Donald Trump took office with Elon? Like, this was only a matter of time, guys. Honestly, like the way these two guys think, their egos are massive and they can't be wrong. Right? They always have to win. They're always like, in the back of their mind, they're thinking, oh, I gotta be the alpha dog in the room at all times. Like, that's how these people think. So I just think it's funny when Elon doesn't get his way after, bending over backwards for Trump, he goes and has he basically goes and has a temper tantrum. And I understand where he's coming from. Also, let me just make it abundantly clear. I'm really not a fan of either of them. I think they're both they're both very extreme people. I don't believe in extremism, right? So I have plenty of critiques for both of them. But one thing I will say is that I understand where Elon is coming from. I think Trump is he's basically just passing the buck when it comes to the economic problems in this country. The amount of money that this country spends on itself just to keep it running is insane. It's in the trillions every year, right? It seems like no one wants to fix that. No one wants to really address that issue because it's going to create a lot of problems later down the road. And I think a lot of people were expecting Trump to do it. He started to do it at first. I mean, remember when he started cutting all the jobs left and right in the government? I mean, this is a typical Republican thing. I mean, at the end of the day, the Republican Party loves to just cut back, shrink the government, and, people lose jobs, departments close, right? It's not always a good thing. In fact, I'd argue usually it's a bad thing, right? Because people lose jobs and certain benefits from these departments are lost. But sometimes cuts need to be made to save the country money, right? And where we're heading doesn't look pretty. I've covered economics a lot on this channel, and I really do worry for the future, especially when you compound that with the rate at which AI is moving. I mean, I don't know if you guys have noticed, but I've seen it so often now. I see these news stories pop up almost every week from major media outlets saying there's a white collar job bloodbath coming very soon to this country. A lot of people believe it's already here. I personally believe it's already here. I mean, heck, at my last job, I used to work in tech, and they were already experimenting with it. They were already experimenting with AI, and that was just a little over a year ago now. So, the writing is on the wall. This stuff is moving incredibly fast. People are going to be out of the job, and also AI is going to take the jobs. So we've got we're cutting jobs left and right, and that's why I really worry for this country and its people. And now when we have Trump saying, oh, let's keep spending a crazy amount, and that's why Elon's freaking out. Because remember, Elon was super happy when Trump started cutting all the jobs. Remember, he got up on stage and was running around with a chainsaw. He's cut the jobs. Remember that? Now the opposite is happening, and he absolutely loses his mind. But anyway, let's continue watching the recap here.
Shame on those who voted for it. You know you did wrong. You know it. It was only a matter of time before this happened, considering Elon and Trump were two massive egos working together. Perhaps because Elon was directly within the government, he thought he could influence any decision Trump made, and perhaps that was true for a while, as he said Trump wouldn't have become president without him, but it certainly seems their relationship has soured. Trump came out and said he was disappointed, and that he's not sure if he and Elon will have a great relationship anymore. It should be interesting to watch how the two communicate going forward, and to see if any of Trump's policies end up negatively affecting Musk and his companies. Perhaps there'll be a reduction in SpaceX contracts. In fact, it turns out the response from Trump was pretty predictable, as he also wrote, "The easiest way to save money in our budget, billions and billions of dollars, is to terminate Elon's governmental subsidies and contracts." And consequently, Elon answered he would decommission the SpaceX Dragon spacecraft. Despite this carry-on between the two being fundamentally exhausting and the equivalent of a tantrum, it's extremely interesting to watch it occur in real time as they post every single thought. Normally, these types of disputes are smoothed over by public relations firms and occur behind the scenes, but it appears Elon and Trump want the world to know they are pissed off at one another. It certainly means much of this information plays out with all the seriousness of a toxic relationship, as if two lovers found issue and got their entire oppositional friend groups involved. To be fair, digital culture has positioned them both as lovers as a trend for quite some time, given their prior ability to work together and support one another, so it does seem as if these stereotypes are coming home to roost. In short, the fight between Donald Trump and Elon Musk seems to be a long time coming, as the both of them believe themselves more important than the other, and consequently were predicted to clash as soon as things didn't go the way they wanted.
Yeah, honestly, basically what I said earlier, these two massive egos, they had to clash eventually. Like, that's just how it works, guys. Like, you can't have two kings. Okay? Doesn't work like that. Someone's gonna take over. Like, there's always gonna be that power struggle. I just think it's funny, and also to reiterate what he said in the video, I just think it's funny how, like, it's all happening in real time. Whereas, before the internet, before social media, this would never happen. You would never see presidents, like, airing out their grievances in, like, the public forum. Because, social media is basically like I could compare it to, like, in medieval times, where you had, like, that guy, the town crier or whatever, like, standing in the town square, ringing his bell and singing, like, hear ye, kind of. Like, that's what it is, basically. So it's kind of crazy to see, like, two of the most powerful men on earth, like, getting up on their little soapboxes and and yelling at each other in the town square. Like, it's really just, this is just really weird and, like, new. It's unprecedented. It hasn't been seen or done before in history. The only time you would see something like this is, I guess, like, during, like, a presidential debate. But, that was between two politicians. They were, like, ready for it. It wasn't like this, who knows where they're tweeting from? They could be tweeting from the bathroom. Like, they could be anywhere. And they air it all out. Like, there's no holding back. So, yeah, I don't know. It's really weird. It's really crazy to see. I'm interested to see, like, if we get a further poke at, like, the whole Epstein thing. Maybe that will finally be released, but I highly doubt it. But, one can only hope, right? But anyway, guys, this one's getting kind of long. I'm going to wrap it up here. I hope you enjoyed. Hope you got something out of it. If you did, please give me a like down below. Dislike it if you dislike it. Let me know in the comments what you think. Do you think this is going to snowball into something worse for Elon or Trump? Let me know what you think down below in the comments. And as always, if you enjoy this sort of content, please consider hitting that subscribe button. It would help me and the channel go a long way. But anyway, guys, I will catch you in the next one. Later.